Oh, is she comfy?
She's dreaming of birds.
Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, Earthlings, wherever you are. Everybody welcome. Monarchists, anti-monarchists, sugars, kings, queens of the sugars, Republicans, as in not wanting a monarchy, and all you lovely guys. Hope you're all having a fabulous day. I'm sorry I've been missing today. Today I have pretty much finished grouting one bathroom floor. Had to paint that end of the bath again. After I had that bath, all the paint came off in like big sheets. That was weird. Cleaned the oven, cleaned out all the kitchen cupboards. There's loads and loads and loads, but I want to get it all so that then it will be easy to clean for the season. Right, yes, in answer to an awful lot of your emails and comments, yes, I have seen the Royal Grift. Yes, I saw the video, and as I would normally say to Sussex Police, no comment. However, just leading on from that, and I know you all just love this guy. I know you do. Yeah, come on, admit it. You're fans. Oh, you love me. You love me. Hello, everybody, boys and girls. So anyway, I thought I would just refer to the part where Meghan met the Queen. Remember the curtsy, the "Oh, Your Majesty," and all that. Remember all that on Netflix. Which of course she was sort of maliciously joking, let's put it that way. Oh, and also about my channel, right guys, don't worry, I don't have any strikes. I don't have a single strike, not copyright strike, not warning strike, not anything on my channel. And I will get a strike. Stop looking at him. Just stop looking at him. Stop. We want our privacy. I don't have any problems with YouTube at the moment. If YouTube are watching this, which they probably will because they review most of my videos, it's kind of funny. Some days my video just goes green light, you're absolutely fine to go. And then I might do something a bit edgy, and I have received emails from them before in the past, weeks ago and months ago, where they send me an email and they say something like, we kind of know where you're coming from with that, Fiona, but that was a little edgy. We're not going to put a strike on your channel on that one, but, you know, tone it down a bit. I have received emails like that before in the past. So I think that the YouTube employees have a vibe of my channel now, and that they realise that I'm probably a bit out there and a bit strange. So don't worry about any of that. Anyway, getting back to old Hazza, old H, Harold, or whatever his nickname is. So Meghan's just met the Queen. Now I think this was at Royal Lodge, Prince Andrew's house. And it's not a very long excerpt in the book, but going on from the Royal Grift's video today, and she's a brave woman, I can tell you, and a clever woman as well. She put a lot of stuff together, which I dare not repeat. So anyway, Granny squinted. I thought you were American. I am. But I've been living in Canada for several years for work. I'm amazed that the word suits wasn't in that sentence. I'm on suits, you know. But she didn't say that, according to Harry. Granny looked pleased, Commonwealth, good, fine. After 20 minutes, Granny announced she had to be going. My Uncle Andrew, seated beside her, holding her handbag, began to escort her out. Huge went with her too. Before reaching the door, Granny looked back to say goodbye to Jack and to Fergie's friend. She locked eyes with Meg. I can well imagine Her Late Majesty locking eyes with Meg. Gave a wave and a warm smile. Yes, I can imagine. Bless her. Bye. Lovely to meet you. Oh no, this is Meghan. Bye. Lovely to meet you, ma'am. As she dipped into a curtsy again. Everyone flooded into the room after she'd driven away. The whole vibe changed. Huge and Jack with their old selves. Someone suggested drinks. Yes, please. Everyone complimented Meg on her curtsy. So good, so deep. So deep, for God's sake. After a moment, Meg asked me something about the Queen's assistant. I asked who she was talking about. The man holding the purse. That man who walked to the door with her. That wasn't her assistant. Who was it? That was her second son, Andrew. She definitely hadn't Googled us. Okay, so leading on from the video of the Royal Grift today, and I read that out to my Graham today, and he had this look on his face, like he's going to join us in a minute. He was like this. But that's not unusual. He looks at me a lot when I talk to him like that. Like, remember when I told you to do that thing, Graham? He's like... And he was kind of frozen for about a minute. So I said, right, either you don't understand the video of the Royal Grift or what I've just read out to you, or you're stunned. And I was quite surprised. He said, I'm actually stunned. He said, I did understand everything the Royal Grift was saying. And I'm now wondering why Harry felt the need to put that in the book, to make the actual point that Meghan didn't have a clue who Prince Andrew was. Right? Prince Andrew, world famous Prince Andrew, who I think by that stage had been splashed all over the newspapers. There'd been loads of Epstein allegations at that point anyway. Oh, is that the Queen's assistant? You know, I've never met that guy before in my life. And Graham actually said, did Meghan say to Harry, who's that butler? Who's that? Who's that? Or was it just Prince Andrew who she thought? So, hello, Graham.
I've never seen him before in my life. Who is he? That's how it came over to me. But maybe I'm wrong.
What do you think Sussex police or Merseyside police in a police interview scenario would make of Meghan and Harry and their flimsy excuses scenarios?
They'd tear them up into small strips, wouldn't they?
My advice to Meghan and Harry is if you ever find yourself on the wrong end of the police, and you probably won't because you're probably going to get IPP status, which Neil Sean, yes, I saw that video.
Does that mean the police can't question them for anything?
Well, maybe they can't now. But in the unlikely, let's imagine Harry and Meghan did a bank heist. Just go no comment or silent is my advice. Do not try talking your way out of it. I know that you both think that you are enormously eloquent and hugely clever and that you can, hello boys and girls, talk your way out of just about anything. But I would suggest if you were not both members of the royal family, and they are actually, I'm sorry to break it to everybody, but I mean, Harry is a member of the British royal family and she's married to him. And that makes her a member of the British royal family. If you were not members of that royal family, you'd be...
Well, that's one way of putting it.
Do you know, when I was arrested loads of times under like loads of really weird stuff. Everything from terrorism at one point, which turned out to be... It was a load of fuck all, if you'll pardon my French, to I was accused of shoplifting 7 jars of coffee and 6 tins of soup, right? This was really weird because and when I went to the police station voluntarily, they showed me CCTV shots of a woman of colour with very long dreadlocks who was actually about 6 inches shorter than me and at least 6 inches wider than me. And obviously that didn't come to anything. But I would always just go no comment.
I think it's perfectly reasonable of the police to assume that you'd blacked up and wore a wig.
Oh, it was unbelievable, that one. But this lady was she was a professional shoplifter. I mean, it's a long story, my story. But the police used to arrest me for just about everything and anything they could think of. And nothing ever stuck because I hadn't actually done it. But yeah, that particular one. And the police officer that I was looking at, now I don't like talking about people's personal appearance, but I don't think her eyesight was right because one of her eyes went that way and the other one went that way. And she said, in my opinion, that's you. That's you. And I looked at this photograph, this clear, she really, really was a woman of colour with heavy dreadlocks who was shorter and wider than me. And I said, you must be blind. And I looked up at her and of course, and I looked at my lawyer and he gave me a look as if to say, don't say a word, Fiona. Just don't. Zip it. Anyway, nothing came of that. But my advice to Meghan and Harry is if you ever find yourself in those sorts of situations, just go no comment or go silent. Just go silent. Don't answer any questions at all. If you ever do a Piers Morgan interview, just go silent.
How is Piers anyway? Have you
Oh, he's all
emailed him
right. He's out
recently?
there. He's out there yapping away somewhere or other, isn't
Yeah.
he? So, what do you make of that? And without elaborating too much, the Royal Grift video, because those who have seen if you haven't seen the Royal Grift's video, the latest one, I'll put a link in the description. Then you can go and watch it and make up your own
Well,
mind.
I'll put a scenario past you. If Meghan was in Buckingham Palace and she was walking around the back corridors and she bumped into the page of the back stairs, would Harry put that in his book? Oh, who's that? Oh, that's the page of the back stairs. Oh, I'll pop that in as well. We could put that in for some reason because no one gives a fuck. Page of the back stairs. Now, there's always a reason, I find, that things are the way they are.
It is strange, though. I mean,
No one does anything for nothing.
of all members, the Queen, the most famous member of the royal family. I mean, to someone who's not into them, Diana, showed a picture of Diana. She'd be pretty recognisable. William, Catherine, Andrew. Yeah. In fact, it's quite interesting. I just said to Benji, and I'm not going to say the name, but what I will say is, one of our two narcs is the dead spit of a member of the British royal family, a long deceased.
You said you weren't going to mention that.
I'm not going to say which member, right? Not man or woman. But I just said to Ben, look up this person and take away the hair and just look at the face. And that looks just like one of our narcs. And him and my daughter were looking and my daughter went, yes, I can see it. And now I've pointed it out to you and Ben, we can't unsee it. But I'm not going to say which member of the royal family. And it is someone who's been dead for quite a long time. Not that long, actually. Relatively recently. Not the Queen. My mother looked like the Queen, didn't she?
Yeah, someone mistook her for the Queen once, didn't they?
Yeah.
You don't look like you do on the stamps, dear.
She
She's like that.
sounded like the
Oh,
Queen as
really?
well. She sounded like the Queen,
Yeah, she
didn't
looked
she?
very posh.
And it wasn't till later in life she saw and heard herself on one of your videos and she said, oh dear, I do look like the Queen and I do sound like the Queen. She did. She really did. Bless her. Oh, my mum. Anyway, so yes, any of you guys seen the Royal Grift? I know a lot of you have seen the Royal Grift, but why? Why did he feel the need to put in the book that Meghan had no idea who Andrew was and thought he was the Queen's assistant?
I thought the Royal Grift made some very interesting observations.
I knew it would amuse you.
I don't know if they're accurate or not, but and I'm not going to repeat them. But a lot of things fell into place, assuming that those not accusations, but those claims were correct.
Yeah. Well, she said.
Yes, that fills in a few gaps. Yes.
It was very interesting, wasn't it? It was.
I love the bit about Boris and
Okay.
and the.
What I
leading of
found
the,
interesting is that the
Tory
Daily
party.
Mail in the first place printed the article with all the people that Meghan knew before she met Harry. Anyway, I shall leave you with that one. I'm sure you will all
Go and watch
theorise.
the Royal Grift.
And I'll try and get a video up tomorrow, but I am really trying to get things ready for the season. I've got about 10 days left to go and counting. As always, thoughts, opinions, thank you very much for listening.